Hello everybody, Bmerica here with another video for you. Today I am going to show you the tutorial on how to build the realistic multi-floor elevator that I showed previously. And I've done a couple of modifications to it to try to bring down some of the size. So it's a little bit smaller than it was previously, and it's a lot more compact. So let's get to it. So to start, you're going to want to get a 17 by 13 area cleared out. So the first thing we're going to want to do are place the two pillars which run up along the elevator, and we will place them two back from the front, so 2 blocks in front of it, and then 5 blocks over from the edge. And then there will be a 2 wide gap in between. And then you just build those up to whatever height you want the final elevator to be. Alright, now that we have our pillars done, we want to add the obsidian to hold the elevator, and in case we accidentally send it off, then we want to be able to stop it. So on the bottom, we're going to go out 1 and back 1 on both sides. And then on the inside, we want to go up 1 from where we put the first 2. So they were up 2, and then we want to go up to the 4th one, and then go back 3, so that there's 3 in front like this. And then that will be the docking for the bottom of the elevator here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go up 5 blocks from the floor, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to place our floor there. Now the reason we're placing this first is so then we know where our button placement is going to be on the side here, so that we can start to run redstone out from our actual buttons. Okay, so then we'll want to build a button right here, which is the second one, so that's going to be our up position. And since we're on the first floor, we won't have a down. And then we'll want to come out this side with a repeater behind the button, and that repeater will go up to another block, and there will be a block that comes out either way. And then you want redstone on those two, and you want to come down from there and place a torch on this side, and then come down another 2, come out 1, and then place another redstone. And then we are going to want to take a signal from there and come down and make another L shape. Place redstone on top of there, and then run redstone all the way over until you get to this other obsidian, but will actually be 1 block behind the obsidian. And then from there you want to come up under this obsidian and make a shape like this and put redstone on top of that, and this will trigger all of the observers at the same time, sending your elevator up. And similarly to the bottom, we want to place a obsidian here, here, right on the end of the pillars, and then we want to come down 1 and go in 3. So we'll have a gap between the 2 blocks, and then that will be our obsidian placement. And then just like the bottom, we want to come down 5 from the top. And then on that 5th one, we're going to place a floor. And then the button, since it's top floor, is only going to be on the bottom here. And then we come out with a repeater. And then go over 2, and then make an L and put a repeater on top of that. And then we're going to make a staircase shape, and then go over 1 and then back down 1. And then we're going to place 1 on the end of that bottom one, and then 2 at the top one. And then we're going to make a staircase shape over this obsidian and then come back down like that. Then from there we want to cover this with redstone, and we're going to place pistons, one right here in this little L shape, one here at the end, and then towards the pillars we're going to place another one, and those will activate the elevator from the top to send it down. Okay, now that we have that wiring set up, what we can do is start the elevator. So we're going to come out 2, and then we're going to go up 3 from that bottom one, come back in 1, and then we just want to fill that in with whatever blocks we're using that will be seen. And then that kind of makes that C shape, and then we want to just repeat that pattern on the same side, or on the other side. And then what we want to do is we want to come back 1, fill in those 4, and put slime blocks all across this here. So now that we have the elevator capsule, we can actually put the flying machines on. So we'll put an observer here on this second one, a piston facing down, a slime block, and then an observer facing up, so that the redstone goes into that. And then what we want to do is just place another sticky piston in here, and then repeat that on this side. So sticky piston facing up, observer with the signal coming out the bottom, a sticky piston below that, slime block, and then an observer facing up, or signal facing up. And then lastly, this is the only flying machine that's a little bit different. We want to put a sticky piston on top of that obsidian, and then a observer with the redstone signal facing towards that piston, and then a piston facing down, a slime block, and then an observer with the redstone signal going up. And that is the completed elevator. So then if we hit this button, it should send it up, and as you can see, everything's moving at the same time. And then we can do the same thing from the top, send it down. Now that we have the elevator working, we can install the detectors to sense if the elevator is on that floor. So we'll put a redstone down here, and then we go over 2 with the redstone, and then this block will stay empty, but then beside it we'll have a sticky piston with redstone block on the face of it. Then we want to come over here 1, and then we'll place a redstone on there, and then make a staircase shape up to your floor. And then this last one needs to be a glazed terracotta so that it won't get caught by the sticky pistons. And then we'll just come up with that. And then this actually needs to be a repeater on top of that glazed terracotta so that it doesn't activate this piston right here. And then we just want to kind of mirror this on the other side. So we'll come on across, go up in the staircase pattern, and then we want to put a terracotta in front of the sticky pistons again, and a repeater, and then just run the redstone all the way across. Now with the doors in place, you can see that the doors are open when the elevator is present, and if we press this button, the doors close and the elevator will go up to the top. And then so like the bottom floor, so we'll actually have to fill in the ceiling here. And then what we want to do is place a observer looking down, and then a sticky piston on top of that, and then on that sticky piston we want a block of redstone, and then we can break these blocks just to get a clearer view of what actually has the redstone on it. So then we come down, we come out one, and then we want to go back in, but we want it to be glazed terracotta so that it doesn't get attached to those sticky pistons. And as you can see, that's also why we have that repeater there from the first part. And then a repeater on that one, and then the same thing on this side. We go down, out two, and then the glazed terracotta will be there, and then we just want to run it back in. And then if we put in doors, so right now, since it hasn't had time to, or didn't have time to sense it, we'll place it so that it's on the outside, and then if we send it down, the doors will close. Now that we have the elevator working, we should first send it up just so that it's out of our way while we're working on this bottom floor here. And then what we want to do is we want to go out 2, up 3, and then we'll go redstone, 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 followed by a repeater, and then into another redstone. And then we will come up with a stone slab, and then we just want to keep going up with that. And then we're just going to go up to this third one here. And then we want to cover those in redstone. And we want to come in on this side here and place another redstone, followed by another block with redstone on top of it. And then that piece of redstone will run into a block, and then there will be a torch on the front of that. And on top of that, going to be another torch. And then on top of that, we are going to have a comparator set up to create a pulse extender. So we'll go 2 that way and 2 that way. And then we just connect all those up with redstone. And then from there, we want to go onto the side of this redstone and go across 5. And then you want to come up with the redstone, put a repeater down, set that one to 4 ticks. Gonna put a redstone and then 2 more repeaters set all the way back. Now they don't have to be set all the way, like this one can actually be just 3, but just to make sure you can set it to 4. It shouldn't make a difference. And then you want to go up in front of that, and then you want to go across 2, and that will be our base to our double piston extender. So we're going to put another 2 like that, and then you just want your 2 sticky pistons and your cyan block, and then this back one will have a repeater set to 2, middle one will have a repeater with 4, and then the other one will be redstone, and then you want to run redstone all across that top there. And then for the other side, we want to go 2 like this, and then we want to go up 1 like that. And then we'll have a redstone into a repeater, and then redstone on top of there. And then we want to go across 5. And then somewhere on top of there, we want to have a repeater come over another 2. And then we are going to make a double piston extender right here. So then this repeater, we want to set on a couple ticks. It doesn't really matter how many, just as long as you have a couple on there, just so that this pulse extender is able to last. And then you also want 4 on that one. And then you want your 2 sticky pistons. And just like the other one, so you want that one on 2 and that one on 4. And then this will actually cut off this first one right here. So that's how that one's getting powered, so we don't have to worry about having the redstone right there. And then from there we want to go over 3, and that's going to be redstone, repeater, redstone. And then we're going to come up on top here, go over 3, and then we're going to have another double piston extender. And then this one will catch the last of the 3. So then you just want redstone like that, repeater on 2, repeater on 4, and then just redstone. And then from there we want to put 2 more blocks on. The first one has a repeater set to 4 ticks with a redstone coming down like that. And then we just want to come over one like that. So then that will actually run into the door system. So what we want to do is we want to go down 5 and then build the floor on the 6th one. So then we know where our doors are going to be. So we can fill that in. And then our doors are going to be right there. So then from there we want to run a redstone line over until we're right behind this wall here, this white wall. And then we want to stair step up 1, and then we are going to put in a T flip-flop and then a piston right beside that. And then this will just be all redstone until here, and then a repeater into that block. You can set it to 4 ticks, that'll help delay it a little bit. And then we want to attach a block of redstone onto the end there. So then we want to punch out these 4 blocks which go around this door here. And then we want to put a green on that one. And then we're going to put 2 redstone like this. So this will activate the door here. And then we just want to go across and then down like that. So then both of these doors will be activated whenever the elevator is in place. Then after we do that, we can just cover in this hole so that we don't have to worry about anything being seen. You can also cover up this block, but it doesn't matter. Just make sure that you replace it with the terracotta. And then we can also cover in this front here. And then we can cover up this front here just to make the entire outside look nice. And then we also want to extend this bottom floor just so that we don't see that redstone. Now that we have that bottom section done and the front all done up, we can come back here. So we'll want to go down 1 from the magenta line, and then we just want to create something that looks like this. So then we want a repeater with 2 redstone right beside each other, and then 2 comparators one way, 2 comparators the other way. And then to complete it, we're just gonna put 2 redstone there. And then with that complete, we want to put a torch down there, come down 2, make the L shape, put the redstone on top, and then a torch facing away from this cyan line. And then we want to come down another 2 and do the same thing, but this time we're going to come back this way, so just to conserve a little bit of space. And then we want to go down another 2 over 1, and then this one here, we're actually going to put 2 torches, 1 on either side. From there, we're going to run a redstone line out either way. And there's also going to be a line coming out right there. So then these 2 long lines coming out from either side will go out 6 from the torches. And then they will be all redstone. And then we have a repeater in here, which will run into a double piston extender. And then these pistons are actually going to be set up 1 from there, and then this front piston is also going to be a regular piston instead of a sticky piston, because this piston is actually going to get shoved in front of the elevator. And then we'll also want this one to be glazed terracotta. Then it's going to be the same as a regular double piston extender with the 2 there, and then we only need the pulse here because there's not a block that it needs to pull back. And then working on this left side here, we are going to come down 1, and we are going to go out, and then it's going to be 1 repeater followed by 2 redstone, 2 repeaters, another 2 redstone, and then a repeater followed by 2 redstone. And then from there, you just want to come out and go over, and we're going to stop 1 before the wall here, so right here. And then you just want to do a terracotta there, a block there, and then our usual double piston extender. So this will go like that. And then what we want to do here is we want to put the piston extender at 3 ticks because of that extra tick on that one there. And then just like that. Now that we have that side done, we can work on this side. So we want to come out 3. 2 of those will be repeaters, followed by a piece of redstone, and then we want to come forward 2, and then we want a glazed terracotta there. That one can be regular, and then we want to fill it in with our usual double piston extender, and then sticky piston followed with a regular piston. And then from there we want to come out the back of this piston extender right here, and then go out 1, down 1, and then over 1, and then we want to go over a total of 7. And then come in another 3, and then 3 right there, and then another double piston extender. And then we just want to wrap the redstone back around here. And you can also add a repeater in here, just because this end one here won't get reached by that. And then we also want to add a path going right here with just a repeater on it. And that repeater should be set to 4 ticks. And then from that line, we want to just run up to the other line where our signal goes to open up the door. And then just put redstone all up that. And now if you come down from the top or go up from the bottom, your elevator will stop and it will get ready to, and then it will open the doors. And now we're going to work on the yellow line, which will send the elevator down from the middle floor. So we want to come out 3. The first one we want to be a repeater, followed by 2 redstone dust. We want to go over 1, and then up and over 1. And then we'll make another L shape, so we go over another 2, over 1, and then those will also all be redstone. And then from that, we would just want to do a half slab on top, and then 5 more yellow blocks, and then it will be a redstone on top of that half slab, followed by 3 repeaters, and then 2 more redstone, and then we're just going to make this turn here. So to do that, we just want to go over 3, and then 2 repeaters, redstone dust, and then we are going to make another double piston extender right here. Okay, I'm sorry. So I actually forgot to put down another layer of redstone down here on this purple line. So let me grab out some purple and purple terracotta. And then what we want to do here is put out another line of redstone. And then just like before, we want the 2 pieces, one the terracotta in front, and then 2 ticks right there, and then a sticky piston and a regular piston. Then we can add in the yellow, which will be a regular double piston extender, just like the rest of them, except it will only be the 2 pistons and it won't have the block in front. So it'll be just like what we just did. So we come out like this, go over with that, and then the repeater there with 2 ticks, and from here we're going to go up 1, and then this is going to become another double piston extender. So we're going to go out 1 with a terracotta, go over this way 1, and then right beside this cyan one, and then another block beside that, and then beside those there will be another sticky piston and regular piston. And then right here we want a repeater so that it doesn't intersect with that cyan line, and then another repeater, and that one only needs 1 tick since this is only at 1 tick. Alright, and then from there we're going to come back down here and to that, and then we want to go over 5. 2 need to be the terracotta, and then the other 2 can be whatever other block you're using. And then on top we just want a redstone followed by a repeater, and then we just want that to go up into another double piston extender with the 2 pistons just like the rest of them. And then from the back we will just add in a yellow block, a repeater, and then set that to 4 ticks, and that will go to the door. So whenever you tell it to leave the floor, it will flip this and close those doors. Then our last line is going to be the red line, which will send the elevator up from the middle floor. So we want to do a torch into a block on top with a torch on top on that block. And then we want to come out 3, and then 2 redstone, and then we want to staircase down 2 blocks, go over 1, and then down another 2, and then go across 3 like that, and then it will be redstone until here, and then we want to put repeaters on these 2, and then another redstone. And then from here we want to go down another block and go over 4 from the front of this one. So then we'll go down with another redstone, 2 repeaters into another one, and then we want to go over 5 blocks, and then the last one will be a repeater. And from here we want to extend over 4, and this will become another double piston extender. So we'll put redstone down the back here, 2 ticks, and then the pistons will go up on the front like this, so it'll staircase down. So we actually want the staircase effect up on this yellow into the purple. So we want to break those two, move them up. But then this one is still in the right spot. And then from this piston extender, we are going to come out 1, step down, and then we're going to go over a total of 4, and this 4th one is going to be glazed. And then we're going to just make another double piston extender. Like the other double piston extenders, we're going to put this one up in front with the normal piston on the front. Now that we're done with that, we want to go over another 6 from that. And then we want to go in 5 from that. And then this is going to become another double piston extender, but this one is going to be on the side of those blocks. Alright, and then if we send it down, you'll see that it reaches the 2nd floor, send it down again, and then it reaches the bottom floor, and then we can send it back up. And the last thing you need to do to make this whole thing work is put an extra 2 slime blocks on the top here, and that will keep everything so that these will be stopped by this double piston extender here. And one thing you always want to do is make sure that these doors are open whenever it's on the middle floor. If they aren't, then you just need to put a torch down here so that it will open those doors up. Otherwise, this signal right here will keep this piston locked in place. And then we can just so then we can run the elevator up, go up again, and as you can see, the middle doors kind of open a little bit early. The timing can be worked on, however, it's not really worth having to put down a whole bunch of repeaters right here just to get that timing right, because it closes almost at the right time. It closes pretty quickly, but it just takes a while to, or it opens quite a bit early. And that is it. So I hope this tutorial may clarify a few things and helped you build it, and hope you enjoyed the video.